Welcome to the Land Tamer stream. We are back to doing a little switching. And let me pull up my agenda. The wallpaper of the day is a shout out to the new iPhone 10, which I don't know if you've seen the video yet. I'm totally Apple fanboy. You know, just putting that out there, letting everybody know. That's where I'm coming from. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Technology they've got going on there. It will be a while before I get something like that. I don't always go buy the first iPhone. I can't afford to do that, or I just won't. But it's really cool, and obviously I'm running a Mac, and to actually watch the videos, the presentation videos on the Mac from their website is a pretty amazing experience. It's one thing that kind of got me hooked on Apple products, is just, you know, looking at their products on a Mac in Safari. Nothing like it. Anyway, getting to the subject at hand here, we're, as I mentioned, doing, let me kind of run through the agenda today. I thought I'd saved it, but maybe not. Yeah, okay, this is today's, anyway, as far as today goes, we've got, I don't have any links of the day. I was so busy today that I didn't really have much time to look at any links. I looked at a few, but none that were worthy of posting here. And we're trying Putty again. Actually, I'm not going to try it on the stream today because it just crashes. Every time I launch it, again, you saw this on the stream yesterday if you're watching. Yeah, I don't even think I have it on this bar again. But yeah, it'll probably do it again. Yeah, it says it just keeps crashing over and over. So this might be a total fail. I actually emailed support for the company that put it out. Putty for Mac. Let me tell you who it is. So I'm not going to recommend. See if I can find the email. I'm not going to recommend it to you guys. So definitely not. I noticed there's some other Putty, I guess, imitations out there for the Mac, but just, yeah, Mac Update is the name of it. Let me open the link so you guys can see. Mac Update promo purchase, your purchase details. Yeah, so this site here, I mean, I haven't heard yet. The support has not contacted me yet, but this is where I bought it, and I definitely do not recommend it at this stage. It's just, I don't even know what this site is. Again, it's probably best not to buy Mac products unless they're on the App Store, right? But it's $15 if I'm out. It was a $15 experiment. Anyway, getting to the labs, where I left off yesterday was etherchannels, and actually in VIRL 1.3 so far, etherchannels have worked well. All the switching has worked well, which is good. But we're about to put it to test again today because we're going to do some work on layer 3 ether channel. That is the first lab of the day. So let's pull up our scratch pad. I'm probably going to change it. I know that's bright. I'm going to change this back. I was playing with this wallpaper, which is Curiosity Rover. There was a tweet today from this guy, which is really cool. I follow that stuff, NASA, SpaceX. I follow him on Twitter. But he had a milestone that he tweeted out about today. But it picked photos actually taken from the Kennedy Space Center, which is about an hour from me. So if you ever get an opportunity to come out here, you have to visit the Kennedy Space Center. This is like a replica that they had. It's just awesome. Anyway, moving on to networking stuff, right? These are our requirements. We're going to build. Let me pull up the requirement sheet and the scratch pad, which are blanked out now. Requirements for this lab, disclaimer, this is from the INE workbook. I did not invent this lab or this topology. It's not a creation of mine. I am simply streaming my attempt to learn from the lab, do Wireshark captures, etc. But buy the INE workbook if you have not already. Also, their videos or their All Access Pass. Highly recommend it. Great program. So here we go. This is the configure L3 ether channels between. Move this out here a little bit. Also, I removed some stuff on the stream from the display. I made it simple in OBS. My OBS setup now is very simple. It is basically, I have the video capture, there's a stream alert if I get a donation or there's a new subscriber, and there's a display capture. That is it. So hopefully this will be better for the viewers. But up here I can use all the space, 3 ether channels between switch 2 and switch 4. And let's bring up the topology here. Had a great comment from a new subscriber. We got 75 subscribers now, by the way. I'm 3/4 of the way to 100, which is my goal. Had a great comment by someone who's just, got to a certain extent, and they were encouraged by the stream, by the channel, because it's helping them to get back into the groove, so to speak. I know how that is. I've been in and out of the groove like everybody else, I think, at a certain point. After I got my CCMP route switch, I was so fired up. I even had a coworker of mine, we signed a pact on our whiteboard that we were going to get our CCIE by February of 2017. Obviously, that didn't happen. But, you get fired up, and then there are times when you get on the wagon, you get off the wagon, as they say, with the CCIE. So I'm on it right now. I hope to ride it as long as I can until I get my number and thereafter. And at this channel, if people watch me do labs, fumble through labs, whatever the case may be, get confused, if that helps people to get encouraged to get back on the wagon, then that's great. And to get back to labbing themselves, that's what this channel is all about, building that community. So I was very encouraged by that. I love getting comments like that. All right, use both directly connected. These are the requirements. Use both directly connected Ethernet links. Okay, we have these 2 links. Port channel number 24 and subnet 15.1.108.x24, where X is a switch number. Use industry standard protocol for negotiation. And both switches should initiate negotiation. Then ensure IP reachability. Okay. So let's see if this works. We're going to test out the new version of VIRL, VIRL 1.3, and let's see how this goes. So I'm going to try to do all this, of course, first in Notepad. So we got switch 2 and switch 4. All right, so what we need to do first is on these ports, we need to do a no switch port, right? Interface range, GI0, 1 through 2, no switch port. And then let's do channel group 24. And if we want to use industry standard, that's going to be mode active, right? That's going to be LACP as industry standard. Ensure IP reachability. Actually, I do no switch port, and I need to do interface PO24 IP address 155.1.108.x/24. Let's see, that will go here, right? By 1.108.2, 205.205.250 on switch 2. Okay, use both directly connected port channel. Yeah, I think that's all we need. All right, so then on switch 4, same ports, and this is going to be .4. I don't think you need this, but let's do no shut, just in case. All right, let's see what happens. So our topology should be loaded. Yeah, so let's load up terminal. And I think it's 16. Let's see, switch 1. Let's go ahead and set up for switch 1. 17020222426. Okay. Okay, switch 2. Load notepad. Right now it looks good. Things are changing state to up, etc. Some water here. I had to start a little later tonight because the gym that I normally go to at 6 a.m. Due to hurricane, they just now opened at 8 a.m. So I had to go to an evening class after work, and needless to say, I'm running a little behind, and I have to get up tomorrow again at 5:30. So I'm only going to do another like half hour of labs tonight, but I want to at least do this one. Show IP interface brief. Okay, we should be able to reach, and we cannot. Oh, change state to down. What happened there? Because it went up. Okay, so show interface status. Okay, we are up. PO24 is up, but it's not over here. PO24 is up. So we're missing something, right? There it goes. Okay. Maybe I was just, let's wait a moment because for some reason it went up then down then up. Now we have connectivity. Maybe, I don't know. I do know that I think I tried this in VIRL 1.2. It did not work at all, so I'm glad to see that it's working. Let's do a packet capture too. I want to see what those look like in comparison to the layer 2 ether channel. LACP should be slow protocol, which is an Ethernet type. It just cracked me up yesterday when I saw that. Let's do it on switch 2. And we'll do switch 2 to switch 4. We can just pick this one, I'm sure. Traffic capture. Create. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're capturing there. Let's bring the interface down and then, well, let's bring one interface down. GI02. Okay, all that went down, which it should not. That's the point of a layer 3 ether channel, right? Yeah, it's acting very strange. Let me bring that interface back up. Yeah, so when I do that, I bring this up, GI01 goes down, O2 comes up, port channel changes to down, O2 is changed to up, PO24 changed down, then it's changed to up. Why is show interface GI01? Why is that interface down? GI01 not connect. This must be a VIRL thing. Let me look at the lab key. Yeah, it looks like I've got it, everything configured correct. I mean, there's not much to it. And no switch port IP address. Strange. It must be a VIRL thing. So let me bring show run interface GI02 and 1. Show interface PO24. See, it's weird because this says, okay, there it goes. Now, are they both going to stay up? Yeah, it must be a VIRL thing. Because interestingly enough, it is showing 2 gig. Show ping. Yeah, okay. So it works, but it's unstable. All right, let me take a look at the packet capture. We can go and delete that. LACP, slow protocols is a destination, which is this. address here. It's an ether type. System partner, system partner. It looks a lot like the layer 2. In fact, does it even reference the IP address here in this particular? Link aggregation protocol version 1, actor port, partner port. You can't even really tell. I can't even really tell the difference between a layer 3 and a layer 2, to be honest. And granted, there probably doesn't need to be. Still negotiating a logical port. Okay. Nothing stands out as obvious anyway. So, all right. We'll move on to the next, which is some basic spanning tree stuff. So let's undo this. I'm going to say just no, interface PO24. Switch port, no channel group. And that's going to be the same on both sides. So show run interface GI01. I did not shut it down. So it just iOS X. It's so peculiar about these port channels. I mean, it not only took the configuration out, it actually shut down the port. Hold on a second. Interface range, GI0, 1 through 2, no shut. Yeah. I think we're missing, yeah, it took this out too. All right, I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, 0, 0. Doesn't need to be up. I don't know why that is up in this VIRL topology. Could have been part of the problem. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But one of these goes to the router. Zero 1, 0 2, 0 3, 1 0, 1 2, 1 1, 1 2, 1 0. Yeah, GI 1 3. That goes to like one of the routers. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Good to go. Next lab. STP root bridge election. I may not lab all this. Configure the links as 802.1 Q trunk links. Configure VLAN 2 on all switches and 4 as the root has the lowest priority. Switch 1 should take over the SP root on using the second lowest priority. All that is spanning tree VLAN 2 root primary and spanning tree VLAN 2 root alternate, I think is the term. I'm looking at the key now. Spanning tree VLAN 2 priority, it says 4096. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to lab all that out. Path selection with port cost. Now this probably could use a little work. So yeah. Using spanning tree cost. Ensure. I got to change the topology too. LAN switching initial spanning tree. So I got to stop the simulation. Yeah, I need to do this anyway. And we're going to wait for that to completely end because when I try to end it prematurely and start the next simulation, it crashes. Ensure all active VLANs from switch 2 to switch 1 uses FA020 link, which is now in this topology is grab hold of this here. How do I select that text? I think, well shoot, I'm having trouble grabbing this here. Let me look at the topology for INE. Between switch 1 and 2, use the FA020 link. All right, this is 23 and 24. Okay, but it's saying it wants to use the FA20 link. Between switch 2 and switch 4. Ah, okay. So all traffic, all active VLANs from switch 2 to switch 1 will use this link. Okay. And if that link goes down, it should use 19. So we want, basically what that means is GI01 should have the best cost. 02 should have the next best cost. And that is from switch 2's point of view. So basically want to increase, what I would say is we want to bump up the cost here to GI on GI11 and GI12. So we're going to manipulate these. And I have to think of the command here. These are requirements, right? And this is a scratch pad. So switch to, I think we can make all our changes here. I think we have to make all our changes here. I think we want to say interface range GI 1 through 2, spanning tree. Geez, I don't know the command. I'm gonna have to look it up. Tyrion Lannister there on the is still on the front page of the Cisco. Okay, we want to go to products, switches, campus LAN, 3750X. (15.2). Interesting, we got bootloader debug show commands. We have index. I'm going to look here under spanning tree. Spanning tree cost. Use spanning tree on the switch stack or set the path cost spanning if the loop occurs. We want to do all active VLANs. So we're going to do something like this. The cost. I guess we're going to have to look at the switch to see the current cost. Switch to. Oh, yeah. Different topology. Our simulation has ended, so we're going to go to the repository, VIRL, workbook, Mass Technology Labs. This is LAN switching initial spanning tree. Quick launch. And that's going to take a minute. Let's make a new desktop here because I'm getting cramped on space. I think it said something about yeah, here the default path cost is computed for an interface. So right now they're each going to have a cost of 4. So we're going to make those, let's say, just to be sure, why don't we configure spanning tree cost, put it at 50. Then we're going to say interface GI02 spanning tree cost of So it should be a spanning tree cost of 4, 10, 50, and 50. So what should happen in that case, by setting the cost of spanning tree, when it does the calculation, it's going to choose the best path to the bridge, the root bridge, and switch 1 should be the root. I'm assuming that is how it is set up. We'll have to see. I'm going to go ahead and shut down these routers. And we'll wait for all these to become active. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I am. It felt like a normal day, even though yesterday was a day back to work. But after hunkering down and being in the house like all weekend, not able to leave, under curfew, it was nice to actually have a regular day and get out and go to the gym. You get stir crazy. I think we've been in the house for like 3 days. Just hunkered down because of the hurricane. So nice to get back to the land of the living. Okay, looks like switch 1. Yeah, they're coming online here. So let's see who is the root bridge first in this topology. Still booting up. Yeah, assuming switch 1 is the root. Yeah, it takes a while for these switches to boot up. Longer than the routers, in my view. We could actually look here at the configurations. Initial LAN switching initial spanning tree. Here we go. Got VTP running. Okay, yeah, he's going to be the root bridge. VTP mode clients. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to switch 2. Spanning tree, show spanning, VLAN 1. Yeah, here's the cost. They're all 4, and currently 0, 0, which we need to turn off. And turn off GI 00 on all these. Okay, switch 4, hello. Switch 3. Switch 4. What are you doing? 17016. Okay, fine. All right, so now let's switch to show spanning VLAN 1. Right now our root port is that, correct? That makes sense. But we're going to change the cost. There we go. So now, okay, we have a topology change, right? So we see that this is listening. Wonder if this is the wrong approach. Because this is still the root port. Using spanning tree, ensure that all active VLANs from switch 2 to switch 1 uses FA020 link between switch 2 and switch 4. So it looks like there's more we need to do, right? Because these are all in a blocking state, which I'm not sure why they're all in a blocking state. Okay, GI11, it did it right. These have a cost of 50, so this is no longer the root port. Previously, GI11 was the root port. Now, only this one is used. And 03 is an alternate. So we need to bump up these as well, don't we? Yeah, I didn't think about that. So interface GI, interface range, GI 03, GI 10, spanning tree cost 100. Let's do that. It didn't think it didn't ask about any of these, but we obviously will want to use, it's saying use this one, then that one, then these. Show spanning VLAN 1. Okay, yeah, there we go. So if this one goes down, now it's going to select this one, 02. Okay, let me check the answers. Wow, it's they get all crazy when 1,000. I guess that would have been better. So what it did in the lab answer is it set this to like 1,000. And then they did GI01, spanning tree cost of 1. And then 02, a spanning tree cost of 2. That would have been better, than I would not have to make a change here, right? I guess I was trying to stay with the default. But yeah, this would work better. All right, so let's undo this configuration. All right, let's take this out. I don't remember what I set these to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take this out. And let's verify this is back the way it needs to be. Yeah, root J11, alternate, alternate, alternate. Good deal. Now, next lab. Spanning tree path selection with port priority. Okay. Using spanning tree port priority. That's this value here, right? So 128.23456.7. We can change that. And we want to basically do the same thing. So what we could do here is, I'm going to have to reference a command here. Interface J01, spanning tree, port priority. And this is in increments of 32, so we're going to say this one is oh, that's just this number here, isn't it? I forget what this denotes. Let's go see. Number from 0 to 40 in increments of 16. Okay, yeah. Did we do a packet capture? No, we did not. That's okay. We'll do it on this one. So what we want to do here is, let's say GI01, spanning tree, port priority 0. This one is port priority 16. That's really all we have to do, right? I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, it's saying 30. It told me 32, right? So this has to be 32. Now I have to show spanning tree VLAN 1. All right, this is still the root. Does that have to be a higher number? The lower the number, the higher the priority. Default is 128. Show spanning tree. That did not seem to change it. I'm going to have to look at the quiz here. Yeah. So in the answer key, it did the same thing I did. Well, it did 0 and 16, but that did not change. I can only think that has to do with the VIRL, I guess. Spanning tree, poor priority. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a packet capture. Then I'm going to have to call it night, my friends. Let's look at 2 going to... Well, you know, this doesn't really influence... this doesn't really change the packets, right? This is an internal... I wouldn't think so. I want to capture some packets anyway. I just want to take a look. Let's say router or switch 2 going to switch 4. Let's just see what it looks like. Look at the BPDUs. Let's shut an interface down. Yeah, it still chooses that as a root bridge. Okay. Spanning tree for bridges, so. Root identifier, 4096. Root path cost of 4. Now this is from whom to whom? 3868. What am I looking for? Show IP interface brief. Yeah, that's what I want. 3A68. That is not me. That must be coming from switch 4. Oh, I wonder if this is a block port. And I'm just listening. I'm not sending. Oh, here's one from me. AAAB. Here we go. That's only CDP though. Yeah, it must be because I'm an alternate port. That's what it is. I'm not forwarding any I'm not sending BPDUs on that port. Switch 4, however, is sending me BPDUs on that port. Yeah, there's his bridge identifier, 8192, bridge system ID, age, hold time, delay, 15. Yeah, all that we expect to see. Route path cost is 4. That's what he's advertising. Route equals 4096, cost 4 port. Okay. Good stuff. Delete. Let me check the answer. Yeah, I already did that. Yeah, looks good. Okay, the next thing is tuning spanning tree convergence timers. Configuring port fast. Look at what's coming up on the horizon here. Okay, we got port fast, then we have the features. This is what I need to work on. Oh, we got port fast, uplink fast, backbone fast, BPDU guard, BPDU filter, root guard, and loop guard. All the guards. All the fasts and all the guards. So that'll be coming up next couple days. Then we have MST, which I really like. I think MST is a great thing. MST was the first video I did on this channel. Again, we're in a review cycle, guys, and I'm hoping to get to BGP by Friday. That's my goal. Or by the weekend. I want to start on BGP. And this, finishing the switching, will conclude my complete sweep of a review of IGP and basic routing and switching before I start BGP. So that's the goal here. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. Please like this stream and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I appreciate the support. At 100 subs, I get to buy myself a new mic. So look forward to that. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a great rest of your Tuesday night.